someone who's in the food business? Are you someone who's stuck while you're in the food business? Is the negative comments pulling you down? If all of these are happening to you, or if one of these reasons are actually happening to you, you have to watch this video to know the story of this brand which reinvented themselves no matter situations pulled them down also. Continue watching this video. I'm Varsha Kumar. Welcome to the Freedom Business English channel. Do not forget to subscribe and download the Freedom app. So the story and the company I'll be talking to you about is our favorite Domino's. We all love pizza, and when we say pizza, we also think about increasing weight. But the simple fact that this Domino's happened to increase and reinvent itself has an incredibly inspiring story. You have to know about it because this is gonna serve you as a guideline if you're stuck. Sometimes we're all people who have micro mindsets of thinking that whatever business we start might actually backfire on us. Whatever trust people have put on us can actually affect us because we never know if we can go forward with it or no. But sometimes knowing a couple of stories and thinking about their discovery or whatever the ways that they came up with, we can always use them as our guidelines and go forward with it. So I'm going to tell you the story which involves so much moral that even you can start your business, and if you're stuck, you can definitely find a solution. Today's Domino's, you know, is the second world's largest pizza food chain. And today's Domino's, which you know, is actually in more than 12,000 locations in the entire world. It's in more than 50 countries, and if you know, one brand which has to bring up to this level has to always face challenges. And we all know that nothing we get is that easy. The share price of Domino's at the present is more than $150, and it's the most favorable share. So Domino's actually started off with the unsettling beginning. When we talk about unsettling beginning, it had to go through a lot of challenges and a lot of things that it ended up facing. This story dates back to 2010. This entire story, what happened to Domino's, took an entire revolution by reinventing themselves. When we talk about story, there's always a main character, there's always a side characters. But this story actually started off with one man who was the CEO, who was Patrick Deloitte. You know what happens when a company is actually growing in a wider scale but fails, even if you have the biggest plan ever made. Even at the growth stage of yours, you might actually fall because you never know what are the uncertain situations. So at this point, Domino's was actually at so horrible state that their shares were falling up to 5%. And they did not know how to fix this problem because no matter whatever they tried, they were still falling down. And they were walking on the ropes of risk. They did not know their situation was so tight, and they were still rediscovering themselves by understanding what was the root of the problem. And over time, their CEO came up with this one amazing plan that no company would use when they were hitting the rock bottom or going through the way of failure. That was the honesty, and he understood what could be drained out of honesty is the way for solution. What they did is that they got in a couple of customers, adjusted the monitor towards them, and made their entire team watch on the other side whatever the reviews that they're giving. So they happened to see and understand what can be changed. Each and every customer who came there came and complained, and not one did they actually tell that this product or this service that you're providing is of use. Everyone told that the ketchup was so similar. We knew that the ketchup was actually tomato. Other things that they commonly heard was the crust was too thick and the cheese was too much, and the entire menu they had was not that favorable. Not one happened to come and tell that we like your product and I love the pizzas that you deliver. And they went over this again and again, and the CEO understood that no matter how much they tried, they are going to fail at it. They understood, they made the entire documentary about the people's feedback and sat down and then analyzed and made a strategy, working overnight, day by day, and then understanding by trying out different methods, different products, different ketchups, and then they bought in one fine product. And later, they re-entered the market and refurbished Domino's in a different way. They reinvented the menu of pizzas, keeping few things only on the list and changing a couple more. So once they understood the entire problem, what these people happened to do is that their head chef, after deciding on the entire food that they made, they tracked and went on to each of their customers who gave a review, knocked their doors. These head chefs who made the entire pizza took the pizza to their doorstep and asked them to taste it. And when they tasted it, it was amazing. This entire situation took place in America, and all of their customers happened to give a return feedback which was exactly natural and live captured. So what happened is that people started accepting Domino's after that, and they recreated their entire pizza by making people understand why they should consume Domino's pizza. After this, the CEO did not only focus on the food side but also focused on the tech side. He increased his employee more than 300 when it came to technical work. Well, let it be delivery, let it be tracking, everything was made on point and made sure that everything is going in a systematical way. When we say delivery, we all know that somewhere we fail at one point. When delivery option is there with you, you always know if you have a food product, it's messed up. Because not always the delivery is made on right time, or not always people the way they expect the food to be can end up being a little messed up. So talking about the next problem which arose towards Domino's was actually the delivery and the messed up food. To actually analyze and determine this, the next step this bright little CEO took was that he analyzed why is the delivery going so wrong. Every delivery that we make, we're at least getting 10 complaints, and the minimum was 10 and the maximum exceeded than the point that they expected. So most of the complaints that they got, the reviews were only that the service that you're providing and the food we are getting on our doorstep is either toppled or messed up. Let me ask you guys, do you like messed up food? Obviously, we'll all be frustrated because we would have actually waited 30 minutes for our food and then hope that whatever we get is very delicious and hot. Because Domino's always had a delivery-centric perspective of food, they always made sure that they have to reach their doorstep within time. So when they thought about delivering the food within time, they happened to go through the speed level. So when they ended up giving the customers over 30 minutes, the food that they got was either toppled or messed up. The complaints kept on rising over and over, and then Domino's went to the root cause of the problem, got the American infrastructure, kept it in between, and then understood what is the problem that is happening when it comes to delivery itself. And they realized that this problem was none other than all the potholes. And they happened to start this marketing campaign by fixing the potholes, by going out there, getting their machines to repair these roads, and making sure that this was done by Domino's Pizza itself. People not only encouraged this, they were happy because so many of them started to like this idea, because this sole repair of road was actually helping them even in their daily lives. This was actually avoiding accidents, and not only that, the food which was being delivered was also delivered in the right way. So reaching to this point, they also happened to gain a huge respect. This trick was actually their game changer. By this, Domino's became the best and historic brand which went to the root cause of the problems by winning people's heart. Fun fact added, they actually also started to deliver with the help of drones in New Zealand. This experiment actually started in New Zealand, and this was supposed to be implemented. What ideas as a company can you think, and what are the different ways that you can go to the roots of problem and solve each and every one? As and when you invent a product or a brand, you have to keep in mind, no matter what, you are the one who has to fix the problem. If your product is not fixing a problem, make sure it has a reason to sustain in the market. And not only did that, as they went on to grow, they ended up thinking even about starting the vegan pizza, which started off in Israel. So as I tell, every brand which is recognized worldwide today always has a story. Every brand that you're seeing today would have faced some of the other challenges. By reinventing themselves, they would have banged the market again. Always remember, your mind will always give you a solution when you think about it peacefully. Try 100 ways. I'm definitely sure the 101 way will work for you. We always have to give up. We always have to fail, because when we fail, we know that we have to not repeat that mistakes and go about with it. So as I told you in the initial stages, if you are a person who's stuck when it comes to a food chain, if you are a person who's been demotivated by the negative reviews, remember, you don't have to change your business. All that you have to do is change the entire business way of dealing what you're passionate about. If you are passionate about something, you can achieve it no matter what. So if you want to achieve more and more dreams like this, download our Freedom app, because it's got many more business courses, organic farming, even on personal finance as well. To know more and more and gain more knowledge, do not forget to watch these courses, because these have been told by the experts themselves. If you like this video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. Get wise and break free.